What's up, guys? This is Ultra Tiger 0425, and today I am doing the episode 57 Dragon Ball Super review. I feel a little sick, you know what I'm saying, and I've had like some really bad back pains over the past couple of days. That is the reason why I've not made this review yet. And as you can obviously tell already, I'm a little bit congested, so if I sound a little funny, that's what it is. Alright, now this episode reveals a lot of stuff. Uh, that apparently they're Zamasu and Black Goku are not allies. They are what are known as kindred spirits. Uh, what I'm gonna do probably after doing this episode review is look up the word kindred because my vocabulary apparently does not reach out that far yet. So I need to look up what kindred means, and I mean we can pretty much get what he means by pretty much know what the word kindred means, so I will look that up after this review. So, Zamasu and Black are kindred spirits. Now, pretty much all this episode is fighting that leads up into the last few minutes of the episode, which are Vegeta and Goku escaping the future. Uh, so I mean, yeah, and then the episode preview. I will get into that later. So let's go ahead and review this week's, I guess, episode. Uh, so this again starts off with Goku, Black, and Zamasu, Trunks, and Goku fighting. For the most part of it, it's Goku going 1v2 against Zamasu and Black until Trunks step in and fight Zamasu for a few seconds just to he pulls out Future Trunks pulls out a final flash out of Zamasu, and Zamasu does not even feel doesn't even or is not even scratched. He even went on 1v1 against Goku for like, you know what I'm saying, a good minute there, and he still came out unscratched. I'm not even talking about like a little bit of a tearing of the clothes. I'm talking straight up flawless. And so that leads or tells me that both Zamasu and Black Goku are OP. This is the first time I can really think of that there was more than one enemy at a time that was very OP. So, because remember, in Dragon Ball Z, at the beginning, it was, you know what I'm saying, there was Nappa and Vegeta, but they weren't really on the same level. You know what I'm saying? There was Frieza, but there was Captain Ginyu, but he wasn't really all that strong. Then there was Cell, and then with the androids, but compared to Cell's final form, the androids were really nothing. Majin Buu Saga, well, the Fat Buu wasn't as strong as Super Buu, and Kid Buu was weaker than Super Buu. So we really have never had two enemies that are the equal level or seem to be equal level that are so OP. So that's something new that I like about this arc. Yet another thing to love about this arc is that they're so OP. It's so powerful. So they're fighting back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Zamasu discuss how humans are worthless in his plan in order to obtain dominance and to make a new and better world, and that mortals only get in the way of his plan. So that's his reason for eradicating the humans and or Saiyans. So there's even more questions now to involve Black Goku and Zamasu. They're not the same being, but they're kindred spirits. So yeah, I've looked that up definitely after this episode review. So yeah, or if you already know before I, you know what I'm saying, before I look it up after this review, like if you're like one of the first people to see this episode review, if you already know it, go ahead and comment that in the comment section down below, just in case I forget. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they're fighting. There's more fighting, but then it gets to the point where Black Goku pulls out a evil Kamehameha. It hits both Goku and Trunks with it, while Zamasu holds them in a freaking like headlock, while they just eat all of the blast. And Zamasu is again uh, immortal, meaning he can't be killed. So he takes all of it himself. And again, even with Black Goku's strongest attack, as far as we know, I mean, Zamasu comes out unfazed while both Goku and Trunks are just destroyed. So what happens is later on, they go. Zamasu and Black go in charge of a very powerful looking attack. But right when they decide to use the attack on Trunks and Goku, Vegeta last episode was pretty much uh how can I put this, was shoot, disabled, I guess, in a sense. Vegeta was disabled by Black Goku last episode when he got pierced in the chest by Black Goku's like little saber sword thingy. So Vegeta last second goes Super Saiyan Blue or SSB or whatever you want to call it. It hits the little blast they were going to use against Goku and Trunks. It hits that blast and blows it up. But in the meanwhile, while the blast explodes, Yajirobe, the future Yajirobe, comes and saves both Goku and Vegeta. I mean Goku and Trunks. And Vegeta's left there for dead, only because Yajirobe couldn't get all three of them in the meanwhile. So what happens is Yajirobe pulls away Goku and Trunks. They go over somewhere while the what's it called? Mai's little defense group against Black Goku hits Black Goku, and Zamasu with smoke bombs that distracts them, so Mai could get Vegeta on the back of her little motorcycle, and they ran off. So Vegeta, Goku, and Trunks are all beat up. What happens is Mai pulls out a little capsule, beats him with the Yajirobe and whatnot, and then they throw all three of them in the time machine that Mai had in a little capsule, and then they go back to the present timeline. So that's pretty much all what happens in the future. The first fight I can assume in the future against Goku, Black, and Zamasu is now over. So now we see back in the present, Vegeta, Trunks, and Goku all make it back to the present. They fall out the time machine and are all supposedly looking dead for the most part of it. So we skip over into Universe 10, the present day Universe 10. And we see Gowasu and Zamasu watching. This got me really mad. They were watching what is known as GodTube. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm a YouTuber myself that it got me so bad whenever they put up the reference GodTube. That's how you know Akira Toriyama is fully aware of YouTube and the internet, or at least the guy, at least someone knew. Whenever they were adding that little clip in, they're like, "Oh, how let's do something for comedic relief. Let's just add a little like slither or something in there that like shows that they know what saying things on the internet are like YouTube." So they go ahead and Gowasu's talking to Zamasu because Zamasu went and made tea for Gowasu. And what happens is Gowasu is watching the fight between Goku and Hit at the Universe 6 and Universe 7 tournament. And what happens is Gowasu's like, "Hey, I'm watching the fight on GodTube." It was funny to me. And then what happens is in the background while the Goku and Hit are fighting, they on the little GodTube thingy, they show the Super Dragon Balls, and Zamasu's like, "What are those?" And so Gowasu, sorry about that. That was my notifications. So Gowasu reveals that there are Super Dragon Balls and they can grant any wish, which was rumored at one point, but is like legit. And Zamasu gets the idea to go ahead and find out what these Super Dragon Balls are. So he already has left the Gowasu in search of the one known as Zudo, who has the answers. Also, Zudo was the one who told Bulma and Jacko back after the Frieza arc about the Super Dragon Balls. So now, present day Zamasu goes in search of the Super Dragon Balls and the knowledge on how they work by Zudo. So He makes it to Zudo's place, and pretty much that's how the episode ends. Now let's go ahead and get to this episode 58 preview. Alright, so like I said, Gowasu just went. Sorry. Zabatsu. Yeah, Zabatsu. Zabatsu goes to Zudo's, and like I'm talking, he kicks the door down and straight up like a savage and says, "Hey, Zudo, what about these Super Dragon Balls? Like, what do you know?" And what happens is, I mean, skipping all of what Zudo ends up eventually telling Zabatsu, Zabatsu ends up getting all the Dragon Balls. Really, my tablet is like notifications are just like spamming right now. All right. Uh, what happens is, uh, Zabatsu ends up gathering all the Super Dragon Balls, and now he ends up making his wish, or whatever his wish may be. But we can all pretty much assume from what we saw in the future fight that he wishes for immortality. Or there's another speculation going out around, but I don't really feel like discussing it because I want to leave y'all guys to decide and find out what those speculations are. So that's pretty much it from this episode, guys. I will do my next episode review of whenever the next episode comes out. So stay tuned, watch my other videos, subscribe for more stuff, comment on how you feel about this week's episode and my review. Comment for more stuff you want me to do on this channel. I'm Ocean Tiger 0425. Turn on post notifications. Stay blessed, everyone, and peace, man.